communication, because you need to be telling them this stuff. So, because I've learned from that, you can communicate all you want to your to me, but you need to communicate to your person, because I'm great at communicating to my person, being like, yo, this is what I'm feeling, this is what's going on. And if they're not non-communicative and they're giving you other lies or bullshit, then different situation. So my mental health is doing way better than it was, and seeing my dad sick slapped me in the face. And so I threw away the things that were the issue. The sadness, I was like, okay, still, every once in a while it gets sad, but not like the way I was. Just, you're doing good, and all of a sudden somebody says something to you, and you're like, get there for like a minute, and then you're okay. So, I decided that day, I was like, okay, he's very upset and very sad about the situation, and he looked himself in the mirror when we were leaving the hospital, the doctor's office, and he was like, look at that old man in the mirror, and he was like upset. And I understand, because he is my superhero. Like, my dad goes. Like, if you knew him, and if you do know him, you know that Mr. B is always on the go. He is always doing something. He's retired, but he's not really retired. He's doing a quinceañera, he's doing a wedding, he's doing a baptism, he's doing something, because he is just, that's who he is. He provided for us, all of us, and still does. My mom and the household and his kids, you try to give him money if he's like, stop, keep it. So he's a provider, and he wants to take care of us, and that's the good thing about him. So that day I was like, okay, I'm done being sad over this bullshit, and I need to focus on me and getting better. Because it wasn't like it was like super bad, and I knew that it wasn't like I was suicidal or anything like I was when I was in another state. Not to the point where I had a plan. It was just like, God, I really wish, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm so unhappy because I'm not getting what I need from anyone. So here, I didn't feel that way. I was just like mourning, and that's something that I've never done. So the next day, after I took him to his doctor's appointment checkup, the next day I went and joined a gym. And like, there's some days that I don't go because like I'm exhausted from work, which sucks, because I love fucking working out, but my job is so physical that it takes it out of me. So it's like I can't do a double workout doing my job and doing the workout, but it's like I like going to the gym, so I'm like one step ahead of the pain that I'm gonna get, the soreness that I'm gonna get. So making sure that I'm drinking enough water, doing all these things, painting again. I got back on painting and getting back into the things that I love that I didn't have the space for myself to do. So if you're in a relationship with somebody and they say to you, I don't have anywhere to do this, if you love them, make sure you find a way to get them what they need so that they can do their self-care. And if, just help your person. Help your friends. If your friends are like, I love doing this, but I can't do it because this is the situation, and it's something that they love, then you help your friend figure it out. Because my girls fucking did that for me. I'm like, I can't do this, I can't do that. And they're like, come over, we're doing it. And that's what friendship and family is. Taking care of each other. And sometimes some people don't know what family is and friendship is, and they can't provide those things for you. So find your people that can do that, and surround yourself with those people. And I've always had those people, and for the first time in my life I didn't. for like 5-6 months, and it's okay because now I'm back with my people and no one has to worry about my mental health except like unless I say something. And I did tell everybody that I'm sad. I made sure to let them know I'm sad. Like, get out of bed. I don't want to. I'm sad. Come and eat. I'm not really hungry. I'm sad. Like, I made sure to let them know I'm sad, disappointed, and they're like, okay, you do you. Let me know if you need anything. And that's the beauty of a support system. And if you don't have the support system, then ask yourself why. Are you pushing all these people away? Because sometimes you are the problem. If you do not have a support system, if you do not have friends, don't go and blame, well, I don't have friends because they always leave me. I don't have family because they don't love me. You make your own family, you make your own friends, and if everybody has the ability to do so. And if you do not have that ability, then something is not clicking. You might have certain issues that you need to look into, because a support system is a great thing, and a family is a great thing. You make your own family, you make your own friends. It's not really that hard, and a lot of people say it's so hard, it's so hard, but it really isn't. You just go up to somebody and say, hey, that's all you can do. And if you click, you click. If you don't, you don't. So, yeah. And as an artist, the sadness is something that you thrive on. And this is the first time in my life where I was like, I don't even want to fucking write a song about it. I don't want to write a poem about it, because it is unworthy of that offering to the arts. I don't even know what to describe it, because I can't. It would be like I don't want to sing a song about it for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want to revisit that sadness every time. I'd rather sing fucking happy songs, being in love songs. And, I do have a poem that I finally am writing and finishing up that could be a song. And then I have another one that I did start, and it was an upset song, and but I didn't finish it because of the reason why. It was an upsetting song, and I don't want to fucking revisit events anymore. When I was younger, I was like cool with it because I thrived on the drama of the sadness of breakups and all of that. And as a musician, I totally understand Kanye's not wanting to get healthy in his mindset, because he has that mania of getting art done. So at some point in your life, you have to ask yourself, is your mental health, is the mania worth it? At this point in my life, as I'm older, the mania isn't worth it. The anxiety isn't worth it. So I am looking for alternate ways to create, because I'm at a healthy place in my life, and I have been and I was before the fire. Let's call it the fire, because that's what we used to call it back in the day. And I'm back there. I'm back at the healthy place where I was before the fire. And, I'm getting better. And you know what? I might not even post this. Maybe this is too personal. But then, what wasn't about the last couple that wasn't personal, Especially the Flying Monkeys episode. But you have to think about your mental health before you do anything to put yourself in any situations, because 1 month of me being home, someone asked me if I was seeing anybody. And I looked at them and I said, "Are you crazy? No. How can I do that to myself? I need to properly heal. I can't put somebody's fucking... put them in my life where I have a bunch of bullshit. Like, seriously, who does that in their right mind? Just gets out of a relationship and jumps into another to where you haven't healed from the last one and you didn't take care of anything that you were going through from the last relationship. In the last relationship, you keep jumping into these relationships and not taking care of you, so that shit's gonna throw up all over your partner. It's gonna throw up all over your kids. It's gonna throw up all over your mom and dad, you know, because you're not in a healthy, safe place. And you can keep telling yourself that you are, but the same shit's gonna go down every single time. And that's on God, because I have seen it and I have lived it. That's facts. Copy, paste. Oh, I'm a little sore today. I don't know what I did. I did it at work. Oh. So yeah. I don't know if I'm going to upload this or not. I've been talking about getting some program to edit, but I haven't gotten that far yet because I'm getting back into other stuff. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Well, I really want to see how this sounds, how this is, oh wow, I got a bunch of notifications. I did turn it down right. Yay, me! Good job, learning things. I swear, this is like such an updated phone from my last one that I don't even know. I'm like, oh my god, it does that, it does this. And, it's gonna take 100 years to pay it off, but as long as God, I don't understand why phones are so expensive. But I decided to treat myself and do the 30-month plan instead of the 24-month plan. Got a little bit more expensive phone than I usually get. Like, way more expensive than I usually get. Because I think this will help me in the long run with a lot of stuff. And I really hope that I recorded. I should have done a practice test before I fucking even got on there. But yeah, like, mental health. You know, put yourself first, and in a selfish way, but not so selfish where you're hurting other people. That's where you need to remember. If you are being selfish and you're hurting somebody else, then you're not doing it right. At all. My favorite quote from the movie, or not the movie, it's a show, Special, I think that's what it's called. He's dating somebody and the guy tells him, you never leave somebody unless they are better than how you met them. So never leave somebody unless they are better than how you met them. So, for example, from the show, the guy started dating the dude and was like, you know, told him I never leave anybody, unless I leave them better than the way that I met them. So he hurt him, he left him, he cheated, I think he went back to his boyfriend, something, I don't even remember. So he came back and he's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, well, I didn't leave you better than the way that I met you. And that is a fucking rule of thumb that I think everybody should follow. So, yeah, I think that's a great thing. Like with my friend, I have a friend that I'm talking to. Her and I met fucking 5 years ago. We were both in very unhealthy relationships. I got out of mine, but she stayed in hers, and every once in a while I would hear from her, and that would be when, like, she would leave her. Or, when she would leave her, so it wasn't very often, because, like, we were in the same kind of relationship. It was a very narcissistic, codependent relationship. So, with her, like, her and I, she is my friend, and we let each other vent to each other about the shit that we've been